Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to one of the league's most recognizable homes, Lucas Oil Stadium, opened in 2008 here in Indianapolis. Up next, it's our main event between the San Francisco 49ers and the Indianapolis Colts.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for Indianapolis.
Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And here we go from Indy. Bayshul Tootin now on the return. Now bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Offense out now to get us started. It's first and 10. First carry now. This is Bayshul Tootin. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
Second down here to Tootin. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
Hey, as much as I love talking about these physical matchups, right now this is psychological. This adds some layers to this third down call. Do you try your hand at another run and hope it fares better? Tougher to go back to it again when it just gets stuffed.
Third down, 1 yard to go.
Here goes.
They'll go again here with Tootin. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
It's a gain of 3. And a 49er first down.
First down from the 42. A give left side to Johnson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Operating from the gun, here's May. He's going to push one deep down the right. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work. That's going to be something to watch as this game goes on, Brock. We know they like to take their shots throughout.
Yeah, and we know this league today, Kate, loves to play that umbrella coverage, right? Try to keep everything in front of them.
Yep.
The only way you're going to get behind them is to take shots like that one.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. They send a man in motion. May now on third down. And this one's tipped and intercepted. And the Colts have it as he records the first interception of his young career. When you are facing a top 10 defense, you don't expect to wait long to see him make an impact, partner, and it only took him one drive here.
Yep, this group, they didn't get that top ranking by sitting back and letting the game come to them, They get it by attacking the ball.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, first and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you have evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
From the gun, it's a get to Bigsby. And that's good for a gain of 5. That was Geno Stone up there to make that play.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
3rd down from the gun. Really fired that one, but they couldn't connect. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And 4th and 4 coming up. The Colts ready for the punt. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. First down throw for May. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there's going to be more interceptions.
Slot man's in motion right. On the give, it's Stoughton. He takes it ahead for about 4 yards. It's 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Into the hands of his running back, Stoughton. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. So 20 yards on that play. And that gives the 49ers the first. You start with a string of incompletions, Brock. You've told me this before. Getting that first one to connect feels really good.
Yeah, it just kind of settles you down and everybody else around you. Not too different than seeing the ball go through the net or make a nice birdie putt. Yeah, you just want to gain some confidence.
Completed to his running back. Now here he goes, down the right sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds after the big gain, now down inside the 15. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Now a give to Johnson, coming right. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Throw is caught. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's a gain of 6. And it's third down.
Third down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive.
What's up? Eddie, what's up?
From the gun, it's May. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On third down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
The former soccer star, Brandon Aubrey, on now to attempt the field goal. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Aubrey puts it through. And they are able to get their first 3 points of this game.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. Returning it from the 4. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. That is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30.
At their own 26-yard line.
Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Tag! Viking 18, 60 Vikings, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, go!
They'll throw to begin this drive. He's able to find Moss here. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Here we go, here we go.
Quick throw to the left is complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now.
Go! Ready?
Throw here, 3rd down. Into a crowd and intercepted. Sidney Brown makes the play.
Intercepted by the 49ers. They'll take over
3rd down from this distance, Brock. That is a spot you expect your offense to convert, but you also expect your defense to make the stop. This time, the defense won out with a nice interception.
Yeah, in that scenario, it's really like an outfielder in baseball, Kate, right? If you're going to go for it, as a defender, if you're going to just pull the trigger and you're going to go for it, you better make it happen, and you better get that pick. Otherwise, you're giving up a 1st down conversion. He gets the pick, and those defensive coaches and that defense celebrating on the sidelines.
Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So that brings up 2nd down.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
From the 40, here comes 2nd and 10.
What's that? Hey.
Quick throw completed by May. Across the 20, continuing to work. And he's going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive.
the kicker on.
Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line.
34-yard line.
Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Locates Adonai Mitchell. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. He gets it again to Mitchell. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
That's another Colts
Buffalo 18.
1st and 10 at
Dragon
the 36-yard line.
Pass play on 1st and 10. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on and on.
18, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll throw on 2nd and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be stopped about a half second before he can pick up the first. Ball down to the 26. So they'll get to scheme about this 3rd down call for a bit. That brings us to the end of one. We've got the 49ers in front. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Colts have the football. They're looking at a borderline gimme 3rd down here. Shotgun give now to Bigsby. And this one had no chance. Hit well behind that line. That brings up 4th down. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
All right, down a couple of scores. They want a bigger swing than just 3. They're going for this.
Cowboy 80. Cup 19. Cup 19. 60 Bobcats. 60 Trap 60. Trap 60. Go.
They'll throw for it. He's got it to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. That is a clutch 7-yard pickup, partner. Pays off the call to go for it there on 4th down.
First down.
You just got to love. That angle route, it's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a 1st down.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. Throwing now on 1st down. Pass is caught at the 9. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts start to fight back with their first points of this game. On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. It's no good. The veteran misshipped one rather surprisingly, and they leave a point after on the table.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off.
So following that missed point after, he's going to stay out there and send it away. Tootin now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
'49ers to the line. 1st and 10. Hand off to Tootin. And they push him out just as he gets back to the line. 2nd down coming up.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. May now from the gun. Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
They'll toss it to Johnson. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Christian Harris on the stop.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Here's May to the air. Continuing to move past the 45. They get an even 10 on that play. And that means it'll be 1st down San Francisco.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
Inside give here for Tootin. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs. It gets the better defenses in this league.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. It's a handoff to Tootin, running right. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
Going to the ground again on 1st. No repeat success of that last run as he only is able to get back to the line on this play.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Caught by his back. We'll take this ahead to the 34-yard line. Tackle made by Nehemiah Pritchett.
Making that throw in double coverage to a running back, I don't want to live off of that, and I certainly am not going to count on it. But give some credit to the effort it took to make that catch, a whole bunch of bodies around him.
Ninth play of the drive coming up. They need 8 yards here on third down. Third and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it.
The home of the Colts. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Indianapolis Colts.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for
A welcome to you, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Chase McLaughlin set to get it started. And off we go from downtown Indy. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. First play, and May goes to the air. That's complete to his running back, Facial Shooting. And it'll be marked out up at the 34-yard line. That look good for a dozen, and a very quick first down.
I like this. Right out of the gate, finding ways to get the running backs involved early in the passing game. What that does throughout the rest of the game, Mike, is those linebackers, their drops don't get quite as deep. Those secondary defenders don't get quite as deep. So you know what it opens up down the road? Big-time shots downfield.
Forced out wide. He keeps it himself. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. They are cooking to begin this drive. This play going for 30 yards.
At the 36-yard line.
They go three tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's the man from
Run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Now it's Johnson. And he nearly got free. But as it is, he's gain of 6. And it sets up third down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here goes tonight. Hey, what's up?
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. A gain of 26. And it sets up 1st and goal.
What's up? Hey, what's up?
A run on 1st and goal. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
2nd and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line.
Hey, here goes tonight. Hey, what's up?
Working out of the gun. It's May. He'll dump this out wide to Tootin. To the pylon, he's in. Facial Tootin. Touchdown, 49ers. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year.
And when things haven't been going your way, like they haven't around here recently, Mike, this is exactly what you need. You're looking for a spark. So to take the opening possession of the game, march it down there, and come away with the score, all of a sudden the sideline's a lot more positive. There's a lot more good energy amongst your teammates. Is that the spark they needed to turn this thing around?
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Let's go. Ready.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. It'll bring up 2nd down.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. They get 19 on that pass play. That's good for a Colts 1st down. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. Down the left sideline. And he will score. Touchdown, Indy. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's May to throw it on 1st down. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Christian Harris. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus, and that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready?
Here's the first carry for Tank Bigsby. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw. This is caught 2. And the Colts going to be set up with 1st and goal. Pass play moves them down to the 1.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
This defense is able to get the hold here on 1st down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4 down territory. I've got 3 more shots to gain 1 yard. Here you go.
And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, He's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And he overshoots everyone. It's through the back of the end zone and incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd.
Well, a field goal would break the tie, but instead the offense stays out there. They're going to go for it on 4th and goal.
Ready.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Junior Colson. And the Niners are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
It's crazy, crazy, crazy.
On 1st and 10, here's May. Open man, his tight end, Tyler Warren. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
It is 2nd and 6. From out of the gun, here's May. That'll be complete to Tootin. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Well, it's been pretty clear this offense has wanted to get this running back involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. And with the success they've found, I expect the rest of the game to go very similar.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Tootin. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. It's the 49ers with the football to start quarter number 2. They've got it looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Run over center now with Tootin. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. Mims sent in motion here. Throwing on 3rd down is May. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
This is such a challenging route for any defender to guard, Mike, and here's why. It's really a 3-way go. I can either run into the flat, I can either sit and stop and just find open space, or in this case, the defender overcommits. I could break back across his face to the middle of the field, and you're wide open.
His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
May to throw on 2nd down. Set up the screen here for Tootin. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Man in motion, heading left. May to the air once more. He'll go left side here and complete this one. They get 15 on that game. First down, 49ers.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete.
And I think at this point here, 2nd quarter of this game, I think now is where we can start seeing each team open up their offense a little bit more. Early on, everyone's kind of feeling each other out, getting a taste of what the game plans are. Here they finally take a shot downfield. Nice job by the defense, but this is going to put a little depth in that coverage and hopefully open up some other things.
Hey, what's up?
May to throw again. As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Crazy, crazy.
Throw again is May. He's got his tight end. That's Warren. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Here's Saul, the man in motion. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll get about 5.
Down at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 5. Handoff, it's Tootin. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Good drive to this point. Now can you convert on 3rd and 3? The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. They'll talk things over before 3rd down.
Here goes that. See what's up? Crazy, crazy, crazy.
May gonna look to throw. And that is incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that third down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. Oh, he missed it from short range. A bad miss. It's no good. And the score remains tied at 7.
Man, that's just tough on an offense, Mike. I mean, you work so hard to get in position to take the lead, and it just doesn't work out.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 74 yards. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
Makes the score Colts 14, 49ers 7.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Tootin to start the drive. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Christian Harris there on the stop.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. To throw now, May. Moving left. He'll get this one to his safety valve, complete. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
There's a lot of quarterbacks around the league that really struggle with this, Mike, but not this guy. A righty quarterback moving to his left. Your mechanics, your footwork, and your arm talent all have to align, and tell you what, he does it about as well as anybody around the league.
He'll send the receiver in motion to the left. 3rd and short. And here is May. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They'll go. Here's May. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
You know, Mike, there's a lot of coaches out there who believe that an aggressive style of offense is your best chance of winning. Now, this takes it a little bit to the extreme, but I think this is something that we're going to continue to see as this game unfolds.
Here we go, here we go.
Straight ahead, it's Bigsby. Space to run inside the 20. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. They've got it at the 8. First down and goal.
Come on, set, ready.
Here's Bigsby. Down to the 4. It'll be second and goal.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. A 4-yard gain brings up second and goal.
On the set. Here we go, set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Set up. Let go.
Bigsby. And he's going to go backwards. Taken down at the 6. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. Talk things over before third down.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
That's
going to be intercepted in the end zone. That's the safety, Geno Stone.
And in that spot, Mike, that's just painful to see. If the throw's not there, you want him to just get rid of it. Throw it 50 rows into the stands. Give somebody a souvenir. But worst case scenario, you've got to get to fourth down and have a shot at 3 points. But instead, after that pick, you come away with 0.
May now on 1st and 10. He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. And a good gain. He's going to be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And the 49er first down.
Off the play fake, it's May. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
If you're going to take a sack, just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Slot man in motion right. Throwing on 2nd down. May. This one caught by the back out of the backfield. Well, that help is going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play. The Niners will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. 3rd down, 3 to go. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He'll take a shot with Mims. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. And it's going to be 4th down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. Receiver in motion, headed left. They're going. It's May. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
You know, Mike, you could almost just look down in the huddle, and the players are looking at the sideline like, Coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? And the coach was having none of it. He says, no, you're staying on the field. We're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go pick up this first down.
So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. This, a 44-yard attempt. McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Colts build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Austin now to return this. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
Their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Get it. Ready, ready, ready.
They're going to start this on the ground with Bigsby. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
That's good.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Bigsby. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Viking 18. Go.
Once again, it's Bigsby. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Indianapolis.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now this time they'll look to throw. Open man downfield, it's Mitchell. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
That's another.
First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a first down.
Ready, break. Go. Viking 18.
A run, it's Bigsby. And strong running in deep. Inside the 10-yard line, a gain of 9 on the carry.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
The throw here is complete. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Second touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. This taken at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
This drive begins with a run by Tootin. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
Right back to Tootin. Trying to bounce that one outside, but only to be able to get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Mike, these are the spots that if I was a play caller, I think I'm calling up something down the field. You know the defense is really packed in tight, anticipating a run. Now's the time, play action, and throw it over their head. They take a little bit more of a conservative approach, still get stopped for no gain, brings up 3rd and short.
Third and a yard. He'll try to run for it with Johnson. And he's not going to get the first down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short. The 49ers out for the punt. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere.
On the set. Check, Panther. Come on.
On the ground, it is Bigsby to start this drive. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ready. Pat, ready.
He'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Now a deep ball for Mitchell. That's hard. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A big gainer for Indianapolis. 37 yards. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Complete to the outside and complete. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. They get 24 on that one. That's good for a Colts 1st down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That one, take it in. Touchdown, Colts. His 4th TD grab of the season. On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Colts will extend this third quarter lead.
Score, Colts 31, 49ers 7. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for Indianapolis.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. Now a hit, and he lost the football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates. They'll go play action with May. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. This one broken up. It's incomplete. It's a defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
May to throw on 2nd down. He'll dump this out wide to Tootin. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. They'll wind up getting enough to pick up the first down.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
Tyler Warren, the man he was looking for there. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
A throw out wide. That is dropped. That could be a live football. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To throw is May. Now, he'll air one out. He's got it! And he's going to take this one all the way. 79 yards. Touchdown, San Francisco. task now a really tough one. 3rd and very long. Now, May. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
The 49ers out to punt this one, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Come on, set! Not Cowboy 80! Ready?
From the gun, here's Bigsby. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
At the 37-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll run the toss with Bigsby. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Looks like we have an injured Colt on that play. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game.
Okay, quick.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7?
Here we go. Panthers 18, Pioneer.
They'll look to throw. He gets this complete to Mitchell. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 15. 1st down, Indianapolis.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
Taken down.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
18 Cardinal, 18.
On 2nd down, Bigsby. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Third and long.
Get it. Ready.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line.
Their own 11-yard line.
Here goes son. Hey, what's up?
On play action, here's May. That'll be complete to Tootin. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 1.
Here goes.
On the ground, and once again he loses the football. The Colts have come away with the football.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
Ready?
1st and 10 now from the 36.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let's go.
On the ground, here's Bigsby. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 7.
Come on. Set. Ready?
Now give on the ground. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
He was tackled at the
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1.
Ready?
Let's pick this one up on the ground. Oh, he won't get there. Looking for a cutback lane. It never opened up. And now it's 4th down.
Well, what looked like an advantage for the offense, Mike, facing 2nd and short now, has turned into a win for the defense. Back-to-back stops for a loss. And it brings up 4th down.
Field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Colts will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off.
McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. Austin now to return this. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready? Break. Come on. Set. Broncos.
So So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Johnson. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
He's got his man complete to Johnson. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. They get 12 yards on that pass. It's good for a Niners 1st down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That is caught downfield by Pearsall. They'll have a 1st down. It's a gain of 28.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
They'll look to throw again. Here's a shot toward the end zone.
And while this one is all but over, these guys aren't going to let up one bit. They have a lot of pride in their performance, Mark. And just because they have this big lead, they're not going to give you anything easy here down the stretch.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw. Left side, that is caught by Warren. The Niners use the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive. I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8. At the Colts 11-yard line.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw.
Truth be told, the tight end probably would have been better off dropping that ball. Let's talk about this corner. Not only diagnosing the play, but being physical enough to bring the big tight end down for a loss.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? Now they'll set up to throw. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
Come on, set! Panther 60, Panther 60!
The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes. So it's a win for the Colts. They bounced back from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort, and will come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts, winners here in the Circle City, as we say so long from Indianapolis.